Hello, this is my final solo evaluation vlog. I'll just do both parts. Um, so I think things that went well about my performance generally was I played well. Um, there were definitely a few slip ups that I'm not happy with, but overall, I played the songs how they're meant to be played. And I think that went well. I didn't slip up tragically to the point where I had to, I don't know, stop playing, or it was really just awful to listen to. Um, but so that was just, yeah. I also managed to push myself out to speak a bit more, which I think did go quite well. Because in all my other performances, I've not been able to, I've just froze, even if I've wanted to speak. But for this one, I really planned some speeches out. So yeah, being able to actually interact with the audience, I think that went quite well. Um, I made them laugh a couple of times, which is always good feedback, I guess. And then I think the highlight was probably either the solo in Crazy Train, just because that's really fun to play, or when I did Anchors by Tom Story and I got my Jameses um, to play with me, because it's always so much more fun playing with a band, even if it's just two other people. Um, just because you can feel the energy on stage a bit better, it feels more full. You feel less alone, really. Um, so that was probably the highlight, just to kind of end it off too, because I'd done the three songs by myself, and then kind of finishing it off as a kind of big song as a group. That was probably the highlight. Yeah, either that or the Crazy Train solo, just because it's a fun solo to play. And I think my strengths as a performer and player. Well, my strengths as a player, um, well, with guitar, it's really, I guess, tapping, I find, is a bit of a strength that I've come to find. With the Crazy Train solo, it starts with tapping, and then with Anchors, there's a lot of tapping in that. Um, I think I've gotten quite good at that, and also just kind of the rhythm rhythm playing as well. Just kind of holding down a riff and just feeling the groove. I think that's a good strength to have. And then as a performer, I think I can, especially now that I've done it a few more times compared to, previous performances, um, look like I'm having more fun. That's not as much with drums, though I have gotten better at that with drums over time. That's just still a new instrument to me. But with guitar, um, I'm definitely just comfortable. Like, holding a guitar is 100% comfortable with me now. I could do any normal day to day task holding a guitar. Um, so I think my core strength as a performer is how comfortable I am with the guitar and being able to move around and play. Um, I've not quite unlocked the ability to do backflips or anything whilst I play, but maybe in uni. So some areas for improvement, what didn't go well, is I did slip up a few times, and that might just be me being a bit picky with myself. But I don't know. I definitely wish I just didn't do some things. I think the thing that stuck out the most was in Helicopter on the drums by Block Party. Um, Near the end, it gets kind of confusing and there's not much to follow to keep in time. So I did end up going a little bit out of time, which sucks because I practiced that one so much and that specific part so much. Um, and I got it right a lot of times when I've been practicing. So just having it mess up in the performance was definitely sad. That was really sad. I was really annoyed with myself. I had to kind of just move on, I guess, after that. and just not think about it and not bring it up. And to improve future performances, you can always practice more. I could practice 8 hours a day and that'd still not be enough. You know, just always practice more and practice specific techniques more, I think. Because sometimes I'll get something down and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's fine. I can play that now. I can't, apparently. So just when I think I've got something down, keep on working on it. Because yeah, I might be able to play it and make it actually sound like I'm doing the right thing, but can I actually really make it sound good yet? And that's something I definitely want to work on, making everything sound perfect, basically. You know, I don't want anything to sound kind of like I've not practiced enough. What steps did you take to engage your audience and keep the listener at the centre of your performance recital? Refer to visuals, verbal communication, stage persona, and costume. So, I don't have many visuals, just because I'm not great with technology. I do wish I did though, just because I don't know. If you look at how Ed's went, Ed's was incredible, and the visuals really helped that. And I did have ideas. I don't know. I'm not great at that stuff, so I do wish I did that more. But verbal communication, as I said earlier, which is something that went well, I did speak to them a lot. I did. I just kind of, well, I introduced the songs. I explained what the theme was, and just kind of chatted a little bit. I'm not the best public speaker, frontman kind of person. I'd like to work on that more also, but I think what I did manage to do was okay. I think people were entertained and engaged. I hope. So that's, yeah, I could probably work on that, but I did push myself to speak to them more. And my stage persona, with drums it's hard because you kind of just have to sit there. I did try and headbang a lot more, just to make that look more interesting. I don't know. I feel like drumming kind of looks cool to a lot of people anyway. But with guitar, with Crazy Train, I kind of fit to both the songs because they're both vastly different songs. With Crazy Train, I wanted to do big power stances and walk around a bit more, menacingly, because it's a metal song. But with Anchors, I was just there with my blue twinkly guitar, and I don't think that would have worked as well. So I was dancing more and kind of grooving with the song more. And just looking into the audience. I also put on a fancy shirt. I don't know if that counts as costume. I think it does. I don't usually wear that. It's a pretty interesting shirt. It was like half it was black, half of it was red, and it had little dangly things on it. I don't know. It's like a rock and roll shirt. I think it worked quite well for the performance. I think I did set up on time too. I came in early to set up because there was meant to be 3 of us on that day, but there only ended up being 2 performances. But I just wanted to, because I had drum kits, 2 drum songs to sound check, 2 guitar songs to sound check, and my pedal board with a couple of different settings. So I wanted to make sure that was all good. And I am glad I came in a bit earlier actually to get the sound check working, because we ended up needing to change some things around on my pedal board. And yeah, I think I was definitely quicker and better at the sound check than some people, because I ended up starting pretty much on time with the lesson. Partly because also I was on the last day, and I do enjoy watching the performances a lot from other people, But sometimes when they spend so long setting up, I know the audience is just sat there bored. So I think the setting up is part of the performance, really, to keep the audience engaged. I don't want my audience to be bored before I've even started playing. So making sure I set up and get everything ready for a quick start to make sure everyone's got a full attention span, I guess. That was quite important for me. So I'm glad I came in. I got like 2 earlier buses. It's crazy. Was my stage presence effective and confident? I think it was confident. Whether I looked like an idiot, I'm not sure. Because I kept on doing a power stance and people keep on bringing that up, and I'm worried I looked like an idiot. I think I was definitely confident with it. I didn't shy away, especially in anchors. There was one point where I just ended up, I don't know, I didn't even like rehearse that at home. I just got carried away and just started like proper grooving at the back. It was really nice. I definitely like that feeling of being just absorbed in the energy and the music, and just I didn't even really care if I looked stupid. So I was definitely confident with it. And I hope it was effective because, just standing still and not looking at the audience, again, from an audience perspective, that's boring, It's just, even if I'm playing the coolest song ever and I play it amazingly and it's like, oh my God, how did he do that? But I'm just stood there playing like that, then it's just not engaging, you know what I mean? I'd rather... it's just important to look good. I actually ended up sacrificing one of the parts in Crazy Train, which I could play. It was definitely harder, and if I was to play that live, I could have either messed it up or either just stood there, looked panicked, and just kind of not been interesting to watch. So I changed that up to the one where I kind of put my right hand over to the neck to kind of capo one of the things, and then did some stuff there, which just looked more entertaining. Even if it's not a harder thing to do, it's more visually, just anything you can do to make yourself look better, I guess, even if it's cheating to make yourself look better. But yeah, I really try to make sure not to just stand still, because I'm also quite an energetic person at times, especially with music, but I'm also very nervous, so it's like contradicting for me, wanting to jump around and go crazy and also being too shy. Chosen repertoire and recital theme well received by the audience. I think so, because I wanted to do songs that like I enjoyed, and a theme that kind of made sense rather than something really obscure. And so debut albums, I thought there's some brilliant debut albums. Everyone loves Whatever People Say and That's What I'm Not by the Arctic Monkeys. Whether you're a fan of them or not, I'm not a massive Arctic Monkeys fan, but that's a good album and that's good songs in it. Helicopter, less people know that one. But I think when I started playing it to people for the first time, I got a lot of questions asking who they were, and I think a lot of people liked them because they're obviously not as popular as the Arctic Monkeys, but they're a similar style, kind of. Just that kind of new 2000s indie. But people liked that a lot. Everyone likes Crazy Train, man. That's a cool song. Just who can't love Ozzy Osbourne? And then the only one that was kind of dodgy, that I was thinking the audience might not respond too well, was Anchors, because that's obviously more niche of a song. And I wanted to really change things up for that. And I'm not a massive math rock fan. I love playing the songs like that because it's really challenging and really a really interesting mindset of playing guitar. Just having them fun chords and tapping and swapping between time signatures so often. It's really interesting. But that one was quite well received. I think having the audience up, having the band up with me was good, and then obviously trying to crack a little joke. I started explaining math rock and then just said, but that's all nerd talk. You know, I don't know. I think it was well received though. People quite enjoyed my performance from the feedback I've gotten. I hope it's true. Because yeah, that'd be nice if it is true. So this is the second part, which is the reflection. So this is crazy actually. I watched my first one back just before I started this vlog, and oh my god, they were some skinny jeans. But also just like, I don't think I looked at the audience once. I don't know. There was moments in the song where I wasn't playing guitar, and instead of doing anything, I could have done anything, but I just looked at my strings, looked at my hands. Oh, I'd not want to do that again. Oh, I wish I could go back and just change that, because that was, I don't know, and I was just, yeah, stagecraft. I stood there. I headbanged a little bit. I had a little power stance, I guess. But I'm so much happier I've got the confidence more to walk around now and headbang more and look more like a musician, really, rather than some dude stood there playing guitar. Because that's not really a good look, I don't think. Performing is something I really want to be good at. I realised the only way I can be better at performing is by pushing myself out there. So maybe I needed that first performance of just sitting there all shy, to know what was absolutely awful to do. So I'm really happy how far I've come from that, with confidence and stagecraft and stuff too. Confidence in my actual playing ability too. I think when I was in the them diagnostics and just at the start of year 12, I couldn't have played Crazy Train. Oh my god, I would have looked at it and I would have just thought, nah, I can't play that. I probably wouldn't have even tried. I just didn't really push myself. I kind of thought, what are some songs I would be able to play? What can I learn in 5-10 minutes? But I've got the confidence more now to hear a song and just start trying to practice it, even if it's completely out of my reach. I've started learning Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne, which is a lot harder than Crazy Train, and I'm not going to get it anytime soon, to be honest. But having the confidence, almost pretending to be better than I am, it just helps you push yourself further. And I really wish I had that at the start of year 12, because I think I'd be a lot better today if I did that and stopped wasting time just trying to learn the same easy songs, because you don't get anywhere without pushing yourself in music. You have to fail and have to go through the kind of crap performances to open your eyes more, to show you what else you can do. My technical ability has come along. Well, obviously, it's kind of weird with this one, with the diagnostic, because I had a drum kit and I'd started learning, but I don't think I got any good until around year 13, the start of year 13. And so my final performance had drums, so I can't really compare them. All I know is I can actually play drums now, and I don't sound like a monkey hitting pans. But guitar-wise, I can play in time better. I can play faster. I've got better dexterity. I've got a better viewpoint on the guitar too. I think that's helped just as a musician how much I've progressed since then. Um, I can write better things. I can just see something and interpret it differently rather than having to think this is exactly what I have to do, even if it's not comfortable to do, even if I don't understand how to do it. I don't know. I think my technical ability has improved to be wider as well as better, just in the sense that I can hear things better and be able to understand what's going on better. Um, and just, I don't know, I guess when I started year 12, I was very much, I like rock and metal and I want to shred. And I still like doing that. And I've gotten a better shredder and just better at metal and them kind of techniques. You know, Crazy Train has some fast stuff in it. Um, but I've also gotten better at so many other things because I don't know. Well, if you think like anchors, that's not power chords. Oh my god, who would have thought? I learnt not I learnt other chords. Oh my god, um, and just it's such a different mindset of the guitar, and now I'm able to almost speak both languages of a guitar with distortion and shredding and chugging and just proper headbanging, and then the other language of guitars that are just it's a beautiful instrument and it can make the most beautiful sounds if you want it to. Um, so I've I think all I can really say is I have progressed a hell of a lot. And I can think of a lot of reasons for that. Guitar lessons help. Being surrounded by other good musicians and similar musicians. Um, and almost, in a sense, um, not as good musicians. Because you get that kind of feeling of being able to teach someone what you already know, and when you realize you can explain what you know how to do, that's a good thing. um but yeah, everything is better. um I'm a better just performer in general. I wouldn't have dared to speak at the start of year 13 to an audience, or walk around or look at anyone. I was terrified. I didn't know anyone, I guess. But even now, when I do other gigs, I've been doing them on drums, but I'll start doing them on guitar now. Um, there's just that more confidence, and I think you need that as a performer because people are kind of looking at you for entertainment, and if you're trying to be as small and invisible as possible, no one's going to enjoy that. People have come to watch you and they want to see you. They want to see you do something cool. You know, performances should be really entertaining. They should all be a show. No one pays to go and watch some guys just stand still and play some songs. There's no emotion there. Um, you need to really be able to feel the emotions and energy and just embrace my love for music, really. um, and I've been able to do that. It's kind of the last couple of years have really opened my eyes. Sorry, I keep on looking at my guitar like I'm looking for inspiration. um, and yeah, really that's it. Thank you.